Imagine tuning in for a typical game night and suddenly realizing the NBA has gone crazy.
He's going to go all the way and throw it down. And one.
Honestly, it feels like the league has entered a whole new dimension at this point.
Irving for the win! A southpaw finish from Kyrie Irving!
I mean, there I was, snacks in hand, ready for a game when this happened.
Edwards gets it back and threw it down and one.
With hundreds of hours spent watching games and digging through stats this season, I'm ready to reveal to y'all just how crazy the NBA has become. And believe me when I say, it's not what you think. What were the specific games or moments that defined this wild turn? How are players and teams reacting to this new level of craziness? And what predictions can we make about the future of the NBA based on these events? Well, these are just the tip of the iceberg of what I'll be covering here today, and without further ado, let's dive right in. The first major game of the week took place on Sunday in Milwaukee, where, without Giannis due to a sore hamstring, the combo of Damian Lillard and Bobby Portis turned the basketball court into their own comedy club as they went up against a perfectly healthy Phoenix Suns team.
Last 23 is Booker. Lillard got a little airspace and swishes.
Lillard was stuck in attack mode all game as he became the first Bucks player in franchise history to have a 30-point, 15-assist game. Bobby Portis, on the other hand, packed a punch so hard that Nikola Mirotic woke up somewhere in Europe and felt the pain. The Bucks were on fire from downtown this game, hitting 24 three-pointers, probably thinking they were playing a game of horse instead of an actual NBA game.
Lillard with two. Logo three on the way at the buzzer!
Beyond their sharpshooting, the return of Chris Middleton after missing 16 games was like finding an extra fry at the bottom of the bag, a pleasant surprise that only made things better. Phoenix, on the other hand, tried to crash the party late in the game, but unfortunately there was only a few minutes left on the game clock, which meant it was Dame time.
Durant, meanwhile, is taking just one shot in the quarter. Lillard for three.
The end result of this showdown was a laugh-out-loud 140-129 victory for the shorthanded Bucks, who overcame a desperate Phoenix Suns team that was fighting for their playoff lives. Before we jump into discussing the next major game of the week, you've probably already seen this clip of Joe Mazzulla, a head coach, making an attempt to block a player's shot, right? But have you ever caught a moment where one teammate tries to block the shot of another teammate?
Accelerates. Kawhi, catch and shoot three.
This video is genuine and hasn't been edited or photoshopped in any way. If it were edited, Harden might have actually managed to block the shot. You know, this really puts a spotlight on the kind of defender Harden is, unable to block a shot from his own teammate caught off guard. All jokes aside, also this week, Draymond Green continued his intensive rivalry with the Grizzlies, where he got into it with Santi Aldama, then got into it with Desmond Bane, before knocking down their head coach Taylor Jenkins to the ground.
Now Bane and Draymond Green getting involved. People are being knocked down. The officials trying to separate it.
Funny enough, that might have been just what the Warriors needed to throw the Grizzlies off their game plan, because prior to that tussle, it was just a 2-point advantage for Golden State. But in the next 12 minutes, that advantage blew up to 25. Perhaps Taylor Jenkins lost his mind following his fall. The second major game of the week was a heart-pounding game that took place in Dallas, where the Mavericks and the Denver Nuggets fought hard. Luka Doncic was a star on the court, scoring 37 points, while Kyrie Irving added an important 24 points to help their team.
Irving, pull up mid-range, it's true.
This game was a big deal for the Mavericks because a loss here and a loss there could mean landing in the 9th or 10th seed, so they came out hard and attacked. The Nuggets didn't give up easily, battling back from being down 13 points to take a lead with just 26 seconds left, turning the game into an edge-of-your-seat thriller.
To go. Murray a three. You bet. The blue arrow delivers.
Then came the moment everyone will remember. With the shot clock running down, Irving took the spotlight. With just 2.8 seconds left, he took the ball, dribbled with his left hand, and launched a shot that flew through the air as time ran out.
Irving
This wasn't just any shot. It was a cold-blooded, game-winning basket that'll have its place in NBA history forever. Irving's magical shot sealed the deal with a 107-105 victory over the Nuggets, and this win felt like something out of a movie, showing just how brilliant basketball can be when referees aren't messing with the game. Now, before we dive into the next big game of the week, did y'all catch DeMar DeRozan's tackle? Sheesh! It looked like he had a brief moment where he thought he was on a football field instead of a basketball court. This moment sparked Dylan Brooks to confront DeRozan and do what he does best. See what I mean when I say the NBA has officially gone crazy? And just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, have you heard about JB Bickerstaff's revelation? He shared that sports bettors had threatened him and his family over game outcomes.
Personally have had my own instances with some of the sports gamblers where they got my telephone number and were sending me crazy messages about where I live and my kids and all that stuff. So it is a dangerous game.
Before we dive into more wild stories, let's highlight the third most thrilling game of the week, staged in Minneapolis. The Timberwolves were down 3 centers for this game, but didn't see it as a setback. Instead, Anthony Edwards stepped up boldly and even challenged Nikola Jokic right from the jump ball, signaling the start of an intense clash. In this crucial matchup where both teams were battling for the top seed in the Western Conference, Nikola Jokic went full superhero, dropping 35 points and snagging 16 rebounds like they were free samples at the grocery store.
Little fade away, yeah!
Meanwhile, Michael Porter Jr. decided the fourth quarter was his personal spotlight, chipping in 26 points as if he suddenly remembered he had superpowers too.
Feeling it! You betcha!
The Nuggets, despite nearly fumbling an 18-point lead like it was a slippery bar of soap, showcased their depth and resilience. And in those critical moments, Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon did more than just offer moral support to Jokic, with each notching double-doubles and showcasing just why they're the defending champs.
Breaks through, coming in. Oh, ramming! Speed, Jamal Murray.
On the Timberwolves bench, with Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert missing in action, Anthony Edwards decided to turn up the heat, scoring 30 points and basically saying, "Who needs him?" for the 4th game in a row. However, his potential game-tying shot in the final moments narrowly missed, adding a layer of drama to the intense matchup.
Winding down, pull up, beat the clock, swords!
On another note, did you see that wild play where Luka, practically making snow angels on the court, passed the ball to Kyrie, who then teed it up for Derrick Jones Jr., who threw down a dunk so electrifying it made Jaylen Brown's dunk contest performance look like the basketball equivalent of softly tossing breadcrumbs to ducks in the park? And how about that slick breakaway lob from Luka to Kyrie? I'll be honest, when Kyrie first packed his bags for Dallas, I was skeptical about how well he'd blend in. Yet, it turns out he's been fitting in like a puzzle piece in its perfect spot, much more happy than his days with Brooklyn. Take, for example, Dallas providing the VIP treatment with a private chef for Kyrie during Ramadan. A stark contrast to Brooklyn's, let's say, minimalist approach of offering him just a banana. Anyway, the next major game of the week took place in Boston, where a drama-packed basketball soap opera unfolded between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Celtics, featuring a spicy subplot where the Bucks' own mischief maker, Patrick Beverley, decided to poke the bear, aka Celtics center Luke Cornett.
Pat Beverley giving the too little sign again to the 7-foot Luke Cornett.
This set off a firecracker named Peyton Pritchard, who, taking personal offense, went supernova with 10 points in a quarter.
Pritchard, heat check! Oh, he set off the smoke detector!
This energy shot helped Boston clinch a heart-racing 122-119 win over Milwaukee. Jason Tatum starred as the Celtics' leading man, dropping 31 points in a performance that capitalized on the Bucks' missing secret weapon, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and marking Boston's 7th win on their victory parade.
Tatum with the floater, got it off.
The win was a group project, with Derek White and Jaylen Brown chipping in significant digits on the scoreboard as well. The Bucks, on the other hand, fueled by Damian Lillard's 32 points and Bobby Portis's double-double, mounted a comeback that was more thriller than filler, but just couldn't stick the landing, as Boston, flexing their team synergy, continued their reign of terror at home against Eastern Conference rivals. The game was a mix of grit, teamwork, and a sprinkle of vendetta, ending in an intense finale that had the Celtics waving the victory flag, reinforcing their stronghold in the East and their untouchable home streak. The final highlight on my agenda for the week was a showdown between the top draft picks of 2019 and 2022, pitting established talent against emerging star power in a highly anticipated clash. In Orlando, Paolo Banchero, as if destiny had a hand in crafting an unexpected outcome, turned early shooting woes into a narrative of triumph, bagging his second career triple-double with 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists.
Banchero backs in against the Nance and no match.
This was less of a basketball game and more of an epic of Homeric proportions, with Banchero embodying the spirit of never say die or never say miss, given his initial shot performance. Despite treating the hoop like it was playing hard to get for the first 10 shots, his resolve turned things around, making 9 out of 18 from the field by game's end.
Cross court to Banchero. 3-point shot, Paolo. He got it!
For the New Orleans Pelicans, Trey Murphy III delivered a strong 21-point performance, while Zion Williamson contributed 20 points along with a block so remarkable it could have merited its own movie trailer.
On the short jumpers early. Banchero gets the ball back.
The plot thickened when the Magic, previously down by 12 points, launched a 33-10 run faster than a speeding bullet thanks to some superheroics from the bench. This seismic shift turned their fortunes, giving them a lead that the Pelicans, despite their best efforts and a comeback narrative of their own, couldn't overturn, plagued by turnovers and a tragic misfiring from beyond the arc. In the final act, the Orlando Magic sealed a 121-106 victory, a win so sweet it probably had its own theme music, spotlighting not just Banchero's headline-worthy performance, but also the team's bounce-back ability. This victory wasn't just a win, it was the exclamation point on Orlando's season, their second winning act in 12 years. On a side note, the game saw an unfortunate setback with Brandon Ingram sustaining an injury.
9 now. It's 9 of 22. That's a foul and a home now.
I hope he gets back to full health soon. It's never easy to see talented players sidelined, especially when their presence on the court is pivotal for their team's success in the playoffs. You know what else is tough to sit through? When 15 seconds of game time stretch into 20-plus minutes of real life. Seriously, I'm not making this up or blowing things out of proportion. In a recent NBA game, we witnessed this exact scenario unfold. And if you're curious to see this wild turn of events for yourself, then click on this video immediately.